Nope. Anyway, welcome. I hope everyone's going well. I've just realized I haven't turned on my lights. Excuse me for 2 seconds. Okay. There we go. I'm hoping everyone's going well tonight. So, we are continuing off what we were doing last time. There is one GitHub thing which I just remembered that I got to fix, which I sent a reminder on Discord, but I haven't looked at Discord all weekend. Another thing I'm doing is I'm depreciating the old error modal. So let's get started with that one. So let's go cd sites NearBeach git pull, and I'm joined here today with my socks. I'm making sure that. Yep, there we go. There she is. She's looking all fancy. Now I am going to bring in the source. And then I'm going to close other tab. I'm just going to close all of these tabs as we no longer need them. And what we're looking for today is import error modal. So we've still got to go through this many. Yeah, this many 52 matches. Holy hell. Just wait. Directory. Source. 14 left. Alright, thank Christ. So yeah, we just got to go through all of these. It's just clean up. So yeah, and then write the storage.dispatch new toast header. Alright, so what is this? Error getting user list. Alright, message. Sorry, we could not retrieve the user list. Error. And then we just put an error right there. And we have the extra classes for this particular one is background danger and delay is 0. That's all we need to do. Alright, cool. Sorry, socks, I need my this. And that one's done. We'll just move to the next one. So we'll just get rid of this once again. What I'm going to do. Sorry, Socks, your tail is in the way, sweetie. So I'm just going to yank that, and I'm just going to paste it in here. Now I should fix this up, because I'm going to make it so that this works a lot better. There we go, that looks a lot better. So this is actually submitting new task. So what we've got, error, submitting new task. Sorry, we could not submit the new task. Alright. Cool. Alright. And we've got to do this. Oops. And then yanking those 6 lines, we're going to paste those over here. We grabbed the wrong 6 lines. Alright, so what are we doing? Change lead. Error. Changing the lead. Sorry, we could not change the lead. Alright, cool. Delete that thing. Alright. Do. All right, so this, all right. Do that, paste that in. Submit new project. All right, error. Submitting new project. Could not submit new project. All right, sweet. Slowly getting this down. We've got 10 more to go. And then we're just going to find all the rest of the error modals. This show error modal calls. So, yeah. We're doing it this way first, just to make life easier. We're also fixing up a lot of these. Hate when that happens. All right. Sweet. So what are we doing here? We are adding organization. Sorry, error. Adding organization. Sorry, we could not add the organization. All right, cool. Just checking. Yep, there is another one. Sorry, I should have done that. And then what I want to do, yank those 6 lines. I'm just going to paste them in right now. And this is upload organization data error. Uploading organization data. We could not upload the organization data. At a later date, these errors we might go back to these errors and sort of change them and so forth like that. But at the moment, they're fine. Okay, cool. Almost there. Isn't that right, Socks? I did a bit of this on the weekend, on Sunday, so yesterday. It's just, it was a lot. Let's just say I am glad we're not doing that right now. Okay, what are we doing? Send status. Error. Sending status. Sorry, we could not send. Error updating status. Sorry, we could not update the status. Okay, cool. We want that gone. All right. Card information modal, error, Kanban card. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's go Y6Y. We paste this in. And what are we doing here? We're adding user. So we're adding user to Kanban card. Okay, error. Adding user to Kanban card. Sorry, we could not add the user to the Kanban card. Okay, cool. Okay. I don't like how this is set like this. Okay, what are we doing here? Submit change task. Okay. Pasting this in. All right, so error submitting change task. So we could not submit the change task. All right. So I just gonna start stretching more. Oh, shoulder popping. Okay, 6 more. And then I am hoping that because I've done this, I've gotten most of it. However, I'm not holding my breath. It's very easy to miss something. So, yeah. That's why we do a double check. It's also why we've got the unit tests. So the unit tests should fail if I've missed something. And we'll also do a quick search and so forth like that. So what are we doing? Get search results. We could not retrieve the search results. Alright, so gotta fix this. Got the URL and data to send. Yeah, that's perfectly fine in that sort of format. Alright, so we've already got all that set up perfectly fine. That's great news to see. Okay, cool. All right, another one. All right. Sorry, I am getting distracted with something in my head. I was thinking with .NET, do I need unit tests for the decorators? And I think I do. So, just work. Can't get rid of it sometimes. Error. Closing the RFC. We could not close the RFC. All right, and we got a couple of these. So we just need to go over here, so this is getting the run sheet, getting a run sheet list. We could not retrieve the run sheet list. And that's all fine. Go down here. We've got some more Axios down here. I think this is a big one. Alright, that's it. That's at the end of the thing. And holy hell, did I just see this? Map, change task. Alright. Starters should be like that. And that should be like that. That's a lot easier to read. Because we've got the map function. And then we've got the contents. So if change task.id equals change task.id, change task status equals change task status like that, return change task, else I think I've got a better way of doing that nowadays. Yeah. There is a better way of doing that. Yeah. We're going to leave it for the moment. All right, going down. Where's our mix-ins? There they are. We can get rid of this code here. All right, it looks like I've done this particular one already, which is great news. We won't need response. There we go. All right. Cool. That one's pretty much done, and then we got this one. All right. All right, what are we doing here? We are adding user. Error, adding user. Could not add user. And this one's a little bit more complicated. This is get data. Error, obtaining data. We could not obtain the required data. All right, lucky last. Feels like I've been at this for weeks. We still have another one to depreciate and so forth like that, but yeah. At least that one should be so much. That one should be as big. Submit new notifications. Error. Submitting new notifications. We could not submit the new notification. All right, cool. And then what we need to search for is error modal. So we've got that in there. We've got, ooh, yeah, we've got this show. We've got it in here, which we just got to get rid of. What's this one? New customer A, error modal. Yeah, show the modal. That's all I need to do. All right. All right, what are we doing? Error, removing permission. Sorry, we could not remove the permission. Okay, cool. Easy done. All right. what we need to do is we need to actually key this in here. Response is not needed, so we get rid of it. Close Kanban board error. Closing the Kanban board. Sorry, we could not close the Kanban board. Yeah. Okay, this. The validation error modal. All right, that doesn't exist. Please check validation. Now, this shouldn't be danger, this should be warning. Sorry, but can you please check all validation? Actually, sorry. Sorry, but can you please fix all validation issues? Done. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to paste that one over there because it looks like this is going to be pretty much the same. All right. So, ooh, is form correct? Need to use mixin for this section. No, we don't anymore. Done. All right, easy. Okay, what is happening here? Forgot how interconnected that thing is. So what I want to do is I want this one at this time. What are we doing? Submit new requirement. Error. Submit the new requirement. Easy done. All right. And then this one gets those 6 like that, and we just add in an extra line like that, and that one's fine. We've got, yeah, sweet. Yep, that one's going to be like that. Okay. Add new Kanban board if... Yep, alright, cool. That's just the validation thing. We're getting rid of that one, and we've already got a new toast in there. Sweet. So it looks like I was slowly replacing these. A validation of the tab. All right. Done. All right. That's it. npm run unit test. This will take us a little while, but that's perfectly fine. All right, passes everything. So what do we want to do here? Git status. Git, we haven't compiled locally, have we? No, we haven't. Git add source, git status, git commit. Finally removed all error modal from code. Git push. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to release that. So I just want to go git branch, git flow feature. Yep, all right, cool. And then finish depreciate error modal. And then hopefully that will finish all of that. Oh, that's a nice picture. I am going to save image as sorry, I heard something go off. So I just need new profile pictures and stuff like that. So ignore all of that. All right, merge branch feature. La, 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 la. Oh, just wait. I didn't squash. All right, that was my bad. I forgot to squash. Not a problem. Because I did this in multiple parts, if we actually go to develop branch, you'll see that, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I was just... Alright, that's from the documentation. Alright, git push. I just didn't push that. Yeah. Yeah, so because I did this in parts, because I was working on my computer, then I pushed for my laptop and then came back here. I've got 3-4 different things. I should have squashed those. But yeah, well, doesn't matter. Sweet, so we've just done that. Now, if we close all tabs in group and close all tabs, we can actually go over here and all of these error modal ones, we can now go ready for retesting. Because we've removed that functionality out completely. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minor bugs all done because of that. We've also got a update customer gives plain toast. So what we want to do, we can quickly fix that one. That's not going to take long. So we need to go to NearBeach. No, sorry, source, JavaScript, components, and this is a customer information. So customers, customer information. And it's just this. There we go. Simple spelling mistake. And hello, Milo. How are you? How can you contribute to this project? There's a number of different ways you can contribute. So at the moment, I'm trying to source up ideas around sprints and so forth like that. So broadcasting your ideas, how sprints work and so forth like that in our Discord is definitely helpful. Otherwise, there's the usual sort of finding bugs and figuring out how they sort of, you know, how to fix them and stuff like that. So yeah, which you can also join our Discord and have a chat with me on there. So yeah, there's other sort of things being like, depending what you're strong at too. So some people are really good at UI UX. I'm definitely not. In which case then yes, I definitely need to hear how to improve the UI UX and all that stuff. So yeah. Hey, how are you, Milo? Sorry, just coughing. Alright, that should be ready for retesting now. No fixing bugs? No, you can fix bugs. We don't have many in our list at the moment, mainly because for 031 we did a sort of a shakeout and we've kind of fixed all of those. So we'll be going through another sort of round of, you know, trying to shake out as many more bugs as possible. But yeah, no, fixing bugs is the big thing. My recommendation is set up on your local and just play around with it. And if you find a bug, report it and then we can get it fixed. So yeah. Oops, I wasn't meant to click on that. Alright, so I should test the should test it. npm run watch. Definitely should test it. Azox. Alright, that should be done now. So what we want to do is we want to go into our localhost. I'm not even running localhost at the moment, so let's put that on debug. Localhost. So this is under customers. So what we did was update customer, bang, perfect. Okay. So let's go back here, git checkout, NearBeach static, because we don't need to worry about those files. Git status, git add source, git commit, and then we've just got bug fix. What's our bug? It's this particular one. I'm just going to paste that in. And we'll do git push. So we're just pushing directly into develop because it's mainly a very quick fix. We don't need to go through the feature sort of requests with that particular quick and easy bug fix. So we've done that. Depreciate error modal for organizations. That should be done. Ready for retesting. Hey, Nocturnal, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Alright, this one, the object data does not have user permissions. We might start that tonight. You're right, just woke up. Fair enough. I was meant to... because I forgot to talk to you and Pip on the weekend. Alright. No problem. And this one, I just don't know how to make unduck mode. So we'll come back to that one. Unassigned issues. Oh yeah, that's an old one. Who replicated that? Alright. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I know I was meant to also do something else, so... Done the plain toast, error modals, okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hopefully she gets better soon. Tell her to get better for me. So. Tell her to get better, not for me. From me. I can speak English properly sometimes, so... Alright. Encountered. Is that a... spelling? Like... Okay. So, another thing I want to depreciate... is the loading modal. Now this one isn't as big, which is quite nice. So we can quickly fix this all up very quickly. This is very hard to ask for an Aussie, yeah. What, speaking English correctly? It's a hard task for me no matter what. Alright, so what we want to do, git flow feature start, and then what we want to call it is depreciating this is where I also forget if I am spelling depreciate wrong. Yeah, I'm including an extra I in there. Depreciate loading modal. Cool. Let's get started. So, let's just delete the code. Yeah, it's I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better at spelling and speaking and all that kind of stuff. There are times where I trip up where I haven't formulated what I wanted to say in my head or what I need to say. Alright, so first off, actually, let's open up the templates. Let's open up the partials and then the footer. Loading saving modal. That is now gone. And hey, QLogic, how are you? Depreciated, it does not equal to depreciate. Yeah. One day I'll learn English properly. One day. There's just so many rules that have exceptions. And don't get me started on inhabitable. Inhabitable. Suitable to live in. Alright. cool. More definitions. Because I found something where it conflicts with itself. Suitable. All right, cool. That's using the same dictionary, isn't it? Oxford language. Oxford languages. All right, what other dictionary was it? Because we looked this up at Christmas time. And we found other dictionaries not agreeing with it, but they're all agreeing with it at the moment, so they must have fixed it. Fit to live in. Alright, cool. Alright. Inhabitable is now yeah, don't worry. Although I had to go to speech therapy as a child, so I don't have that much of an accent. Oh, fair enough. Depreciate ends with Kate sound. Depreciate Kate. Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep saying I ate. I like my food. Because there's 3 different rule sets layered on top of each other. Yes. Yep. Like, inflammable and flammable mean the same thing. It's just... And then they're all like, no, in means the opposite. No, it doesn't. Anyway. Enough of me getting sick of the English language. Oh yeah, close that. Okay, let's go in here. We're now loading module. Getting rid of that, getting rid of that, getting rid of that. Vue was like, I want to write JS in my HTML. React is like, I want to write HTML in my JS. Yep, I remember that. That's staying there. Close modal. Alright, now this is the loading modal mixin. We're going to get rid of this today. So JavaScript, down mixins, loading modal mixin. Delete. English is just stealing the best words from all other languages. Yes, yes it is. What am I working on today? Hello, Legendary Cerberus. I am depreciating a few of the mixins at the moment. So the mixins were useful at the time. However, we've found a better solution for these particular mixins. So we've implemented that, and now we're just going through the code and removing any reference to them. So yeah. By the way, key logic, I think it's 1/3 of the English words you can stem back from French, or they're literally just French words. Which is why spelling is just at times. Just Alright. Now, we don't need that, but okay, the delay will go, and that will become a success. This will be, so there's no error. We'll say updated group. Cool, done. So you're saying, I don't know, 3 of the French language? Where is that fact? Yeah, something really ridiculous. Amount of French words in the English language. Oh, about 30%. Alright, indeed the English language has inherited many words from the French, 7,000 to be accurate, and probably some of them on a daily basis, even better. So this is why you have words like blouse and t-shirt. They mean the same thing, but one's fancier than the other. We got invaded a lot. We have Romans, French, so a lot of Latin, yep, and we've got native Gaelic. We have Saxons, which were Scandi, also Germanic languages too. Yes, the English language is, yeah. It's why I didn't like English as a kid, because they're like, oh yeah, you just follow this rule to do this, and then all of a sudden, you know, you follow the rule and they're like, oh, you've done that wrong, and you're like, you told me to follow these rules. Oh no, in that case, like I before except after E except after C. What about leisure? So yeah, a little rant on English language and my not liking it. Alright, just having a quick look. Socks, can you stop banging the... Alright, console loading modal show. No, we don't need that anymore. But what we can do is notify the user of updating the group leader. New toast. Header, updating team leader status, message currently updating team leader status, please wait, delay, extra classes, background warning, and then delay, it's going to be 0, and then unique type is just going to be update group leader. Okay, cool. And then we won't need any of that. At least I don't think so. Update the loading modal content. No, we don't need that. And then we go all the way down here. Oh, gotta fix this. All right, let's do that. All right, so we got the update the data, local list. All right, sweet. So what we need to do is we'll do that. Then once this is completed, this will be a success. There's going to be no delay anymore. So updated. Updated. All right, cool. Cow versus beef, for example. Yep, French bean for the upper class. Yes. You've escapegoated that one. Escardoed that one. Yeah. The French are professional chasses. I think. I mean, le sujet. Don't you? Yep. The El seizure, yep, that's how you spell it. I feel like I should time out how bad that is. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the puns. Your escardo, that, yeah. Sorry, Sock, you're on my mouse. Yes, sweetie. Alright. Alright, next loading screen. So we've got 24 and 8 matches. So we delete it there. Delete it there. Max. Excuse me 1 minute. I am going to grab Max. Alright, here is Max. Put on the windowsill. Okay. Where was I? Loading data. I think I might have cleared it out of this one. Yeah, we'll go through, we'll come back, we'll make sure we've cleared them all. Alright. That one's got to go. There. Oh, I didn't want to delete that whole thing. Oh. Yeah, he is a very loud Max. So yeah, that's a lot of code. Yeah, so NearBeach is in itself rather large. What I've done is I've broken down everything into its smallest component, and this is just the JavaScript. So as you see, there's a bunch of components. So even under Canboard, there's a bunch under there and so forth like that. It is a lot of code, but it's organized. So yes, VueJS is the front end, which is built on top of JavaScript. Django is the back end, which is built off Python. So yeah. Okay, show loading modal. We can get rid of that. All right, I'm not going. Oh, actually, no. I should put in a thing in here. Where's my thing from before? Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right. So this, was it this one I was under? All right. Axios, where are you? There you are. Then, all right, it wasn't that one. RPG Maker, MV, and MZ uses JavaScript. I've been meaning to learn. Fair enough. A view to kill. Python, James Python. I like that one. It's a good joke. It's very clever. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, JavaScript. You've been meaning to learn. Fair enough. Yep. It has its quirkiness. just to state, it's, yeah, JavaScript is rather quirky. So for an example, if you do this, it comes out as banana. That's because that becomes not a number, if memory serves me correctly. But then you've got an extra A in there too, and I forgot what happens with that A. Oh no, one of them becomes NA. No. Yeah, it's weird. I forgot how that works exactly. Oh yeah, the second plus is a unary operator, plus A is, there we go. It consumes that A and goes not a number. Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much, QLogic. So yeah, so many lines of programming. I just text on it. I'm talking just a ton of brackets, math symbols, numbers, and random letters. Yeah, it gets like that sometimes. I tend to break everything up so it's readable at a glance. A lot of this, I mean, a lot of this you don't want appearing in just one line. Like, this would be horrible if it was in one line. Alright, so we're deleting those. We're going to yank those. And I'm going to paste this in. This is updating group. This will be warning. And we need a delay of 0. So the delay 0 is essentially just means it doesn't disappear. In that quarter. I could just do that. There we go. Like so. Alright. So many lines. This page. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to write JavaScript like that. So, yeah. There is elegant JavaScript. There is this book, which I haven't read yet. I think I own it. I just haven't read it. Which goes through ways you can make things look nicer and so forth like that. Alright, so going through this, loading modal, get rid of that, let's get rid of that, get rid of the, oh no, we want one line there. Alright, get rid of that. I think I've gotten rid of that thing, show. Alright, so this is where we yank this, we paste this in, and then we change this to send status. Delay 0. Header, updating status. Updating status. Please wait. And that should be a warning. And then when it's done, oh, we just reload the page, so that's fine. And then what we want to do, we want to yank that, and we want to paste that in like that. That way, it if there's an issue, it'll just remove that prior one. And there we go, our lucky last one. So what we're going to do, npm run unit test, so we make sure everything still works. This takes a little while to run. I'm now going to do two big no-nos. Pretending I know programming and backseat programming. Can you use arrays so you don't have to keep typing out header message, etc.? Alright, so not really. It is a good question. In this sort of case, what's actually happening where I'm doing that? Trust me to find a place where I've all of a sudden lost it. So this here is an object. So if I were to extract that out, I could have a const object equals, and then let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say I could just get rid of that and just paste it into here. And then what I could do is just have it like that. Object, and so forth. All of these are going to be different no matter where I put them. So you'll have the key, the header, you'll have the key message or the field, however you want to call it. You got the key, extra classes, delay, and unique type. Now, not all of these are needed, which is why in some of them I won't have delay because it will fall back on a default. So the idea is, sadly, no, can't use an array or anything like that because these will be different elsewhere. So if this was not sending data, all of this would be saying something different. So for example, if I was updating customer, it would be saying updating customer, currently updating customer, please wait, and then BG warning, and then save, and so forth. When it has saved, it would say saved or updated customer, customer is currently updated, BG success, and then you know, save risk. So yeah, that's why. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we have passed all the unit tests. So I am going to go git status, git add the source, git commit. We are going to state remove the loading modal from the code. I'm just going to git push. Sorry, git push, set upstream, origin, feature. Actually, I don't need to git push. What I want to do is git flow, feature, finish. Actually, before I type in finish, I've got to make sure I've got the, git flow, feature, finish, and then depreciate loading modal. I've actually got to push. Origin feature slash depreciate. I will eventually say that correctly. And then we can do that one. Whoops, git add, git commit. Forgot to add the footer. Alright, git. Alright, squash. Because I don't want people to know about that silly mistake. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, how do I cut lines again? I can't, I know. Okay, I'm just going to do this. No one needs to know my, what? I gotta change that so Vim's my default. This is, no, it's in the bottom footer. Oh! Alright, anyway, I'm gonna change that anyway. Git default editor, because I do prefer Vim. Isn't that right, sweetie? Socks is like, yes, I fully understand. Another way to edit. So the first way is via the terminal. This is very useful if you want your edit to be for, yep, alright. So git config editor, and then I'm assuming, I'm assuming Vim. Alright, cool. Is control K for the cut line. Ah, okay. It's been that long. Yep. Cheers. Thank you very much. I did not know that. So yeah, good for next time. Thank you very much, QLogic. All right. What am I doing? I am. Oh, git push. Okay, so that is now done. There is something else I need to actually fix up. Now, is that in the... Yeah, that's in the deploy files. All right, cool. So, let's go to GitHub. Let's go to workflows, deploy NearBeach. The only workflow in there now, I should close all tabs. Alright, so good news is I'm happy with this mostly. When I say mostly, I spotted a mistake and it's right here. So I need to make sure that's the correct URL. Because yeah, we're using test. And let's just let's find out where this is. Oh, yeah, cool. Cheers, thank you very much, QLogic. Yeah, that was the only thing that I was like, alright, I need to delete that. And then deploy static files, that's the same code as before. And then we've got trigger docker build. And that's just curling the other thing, and we test that all out. And this should work, which is great news. Alright, cool. So git status, git add, git commit, removing the PyPI test. Now the packages will go to live PyPI. Alright. Easy done. Cool, so that one's done, that one's done. Okay, and then we could start this one tonight. This one I've got I need feedback. This one is a bit weird. So if I go to oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot where this is. URLs. Scrolling all the way down. Alright, and then if I do this, let's go to localhost. It's doing the 404. If I stop that for a moment, and I go to the local settings, Oh, sorry. Just up a bit yawny at the moment. It's false. I'm going to put my standing desk on in a minute. Once we're doing that. I'm just going to make sure all my cabling doesn't undo. Ooh, what's being pulled? Oh, okay, I've got a bit of slack with the mouse. That's perfectly fine. All right. All right. Yeah, it's rendering out this page perfectly fine, but it looks like I never hit this. Yeah, it doesn't. Alright, Django custom error pages. Alright. Let's have a look at what I've done wrong. Alright. Under the views.py, add your own custom implementation of the following two views. Handle 404. Alright, so we've got this page in it. Alright, this isn't it. This is outside of where it needs to be. So I'm going to write in NearBeach in here. And we've already got one location, which is here. Uh, 404 and error handle are exported Django string variables found in yada yada yada. That's why the above config works. To get the above config to work, you should define the following variables in your URLs and point the exported This is correct. So if we actually go to those templates, the 404, wherever there you go, templates. That's our text. It's all about text and stuff like that. This is working. We can see that this is an alert and so forth. So we jump on alert warning. We're just not passing this data through. I don't know if it's because I've put these here and that's why that's working, and I need to actually do this override better. I mean, do these need to go at the top? Like before everything's initialized? Like so? I mean, it's still finding it. Alright, let's have a read of the docs. So, customize error views. The default error views in Django should suffice for most web applications, but can easily be overridden if you need any custom behavior. Specify the handlers as seen below in the URL config. Setting them anywhere else will have no effect. So page not found view is overridden by handler 404. So handler 404 would be, all right, so NearBeach.views. My custom page not found. Okay. Ooh. And thank you very much, G for me play vids. All right. Thank you very much for the follow, G4. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. So, what we want to do this. Let's paste this in. We're gonna do that. So that will be NearBeach. Now, I don't think it'll be dot views. Error 404. Yeah, I think it'll be error views. Like so, then dot 404. Server error, yep. Permission denied, bad request. Testing custom error views. So, to test the response of a custom, raise the appropriate exception in the test view. For example, permission denied view. All right, that's actually a good. Oh, it's just testing it and so forth like that. And we got it after. All right, cool. Like so. Okay. When you raise a 404 within Django, it loads by default. It's the view Django views default page not found, which either produces not found message or loads the render template 404 HTML if you create it in the root directory template directory. So that's what we've done. So that's why it's working. And the default 404 page will pass two variables, request path, so forth like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the 404 out of there. So it's going to be here. So if we go into here, the error views, this will now be NearBeach 404. Then if we go into here and reload, not found, yeah. What if I do that? Just waiting for a little while. I'm going to hit stop and rerun. NearBeach views, error 404 could not be imported. Yep, alright, does not exist. So that's what we've got to do. Then we wait a little while, and then we've got to hit there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the handler 404 is not overriding it. Alright, Django handler 404 not working or overriding. Alright, you don't have to write your own handlers if you just want to replace Django's template. Django uses 404 files to the template and can replace them, putting the file in the same directory as said templates directory, which is what we've done originally. They're not helping us because we've got to pass through some custom stuff into it. Yeah. It's my custom handler 404 was being called, yet the browser response showed. All right. Okay. The 404 page was not because. Alright. Okay, according to the documentation, this should be fairly simple. I just need to define handler 404. Currently I'm doing, handler, The application is installed. The correspondence view is just for the time being able to redirect the home page. Alright, handle, redirect home page, but this has no effect on the standard debug. As discussed, your setup is correct, but in the settings you should make debug equal false. It's more a production feature and won't work in development unless you have deep. Alright, this. Okay, yeah, they're saying the standard debug page is shown. Alright. Alright, so we've got handle 404. They've got request exception template name. Template name. All right. Don't think that will work. Okay. Stand that in. Just adding all of this in. So, tiny mouse and title. Like so. Alright, and NearBeach title is working perfectly fine. So, yeah. Let's see if that works. There we go. Let's fasten that through. Yeah, this is still going to the old thing. Okay, debug, mains URL, portfolio view, handler, yep, alright. The other thing is whether or not it's got to be like that. Now, I know that will break things right this second if I do something like that. Let's refresh. Alright, that's doing that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't doing what we want it to. It's a bit weird, this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to git reset. Because we really made no changes whatsoever. This will fall back to its original thing. We'll be happy with that. Yeah, don't know why that's weird. So, yeah. Alright. Cool. Another thing we want to do is let's... New features for NearBeach. Let's just jump into this quickly. We've got to do Vite sometime soon. I keep putting it off. Right process on keeping packages updated. This is actually done. Alright, this is actually in QA. Save and close. Investigate where end-to-end, yep. Dashboard sort of stuff. Depreciate the search mixin. Ooh, that's something we haven't done actually. So, if we go over here and we just go search mixin and we search under source, we've got 11 files that have the old search mixin in there. So this was a essentially the idea being is you key in letters, and after 3 letters are keyed in, and I think 500 milliseconds after the last key press, what will actually happen is it'll then search. Now the problem is the search mix-in didn't work exactly like that, and it ended up just sending multiple and multiple of requests, and the problem is it invites a race condition in there, being that it could send two requests very short after each other, a short amount of time after each other, and the first request might take longer than the second request, in which case it in theory might have results in there that should not be in there. So yeah, let's fix this up. So git flow feature start depreciate search mixin. Alright, cool. So we're gonna start from the top. I'm gonna delete that. In theory, this should break this. So what I'm going to do, npm run unit test. And we should come up with an error. Yeah, there we go. Search mixin not found. Alright. So, we just need to get rid of that. Save. Oh, it still works. That's not good. So, we've got the get search results. And we've got the search model. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do is search model. And we're going to find where I've got the, where I've programmed this correctly. Probably not here. Yeah, alright, cool. So we're going to open up search. We're going to open up... Ooh, wrong one. Oh, I didn't want to close that. Shoot. And hello, Zelda Parker. Welcome. How am I doing? I'm doing great, thank you very much. How are you going? I've accidentally closed the tab I wasn't meant to close. But that's fine, we'll find out what it was I was under. Oh, I'm under that. I want to go under the VueJS sort of thing. So search that components and then search this one. Alright, you find that's great to hear. So yeah, we're depreciating old code. So yeah, it's going to be great fun. And we're fixing up just code in general, how it looks. That should have a error. So that will be this $store.dispatch, a dispatching a new toast. And what we have is we've got header, can't get search, error getting search results, message, sorry, we could not retrieve your search results. We want extra classes, being background warning, delay of 0, and that's all we need. By the way, I have an amazing idea for your Twitch channel. Okay. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to change this. So the search trigger function no longer exists in here. So we need to actually fix. Yeah, we need to deal with the timer, and I'm just trying to remember where I've dealt with the timer before. Search results. All right, that's not that. Yes, sucks. Because yeah, we've recently done this. Alright. There we go. So we've done it under this particular search. Custom overlay for your Twitch channel. Thank you, but no thank you. Yeah, I just don't have the money for it. Sorry. And thank you very much for the follow. Anyway, so yeah, appreciated, but yeah, sorry, I just don't have the money for it. My overlay isn't too bad. I mean, it's pretty basic, but I don't need it to be special. That, and also I've got this one where I've got my little tiny, oh, that side. I got my little tiny figurine with socks in there. Alright, so this is the old method. Just gotta remember how I could do this. And if I actually did I delete it? No. Because it's right there. Alright, there's our old mixin. I'm just moving it over there. Because we've got a search timeout. Which is that. Alright, sweet. And then what we have is if give me 2 seconds. I'm going to draw this out. Alright, so we have a timer. Alright, by default it's just an empty string. Or it could be a time object. Okay, so what we need to do is if it's a time object, we need to destroy it. If time object destroy. Now, what will actually happen is that time object will be a set timeout. So it'll be a set timeout where we've got a function and we've got number of milliseconds. So there is a way in JavaScript to destroy that properly. So JavaScript destroy. Actually, we might have that in code already. There it is right here. So if object search is undefined, search under, oh no, wait. Here it is. Search timeout does not equal those strings, then we need to clear the timeout, which will destroy it. So that's what we need to do straight away. So this dot search timeout does not equal that. We'll stop the clock. So clear timeout, and then we've got this dot search timeout. All right, and then we can build it again. So if object is defined, we want to use search defined, otherwise search undefined. So this is where search defined, object length 3. So if this is the search. So if search model No. What am I doing? Search module is greater than 3, then this dot search timeout equals set timeout, where we will and this never worked, and why is object, yeah, all right. Return function. That will be get search results. So that will be this dot get search results. So I'm just trying to remember how this is all done. And then we want that as 500. That's wrong. Should be like that. There we go, perfect. So, if the search model is length of greater than that, greater than 3, start the potential search. So what will actually happen, we'll start the potential search. Now, search undefined. Yeah, it's just that. Otherwise, if it's defined, that's when we have returning functions and so forth like that. So we've just got returning function, and then those are returning results. Okay. But this particular one, it's as simple as that. And then what we do is we get rid of that. And then clear timer if it already exists. And then set up timer if there are 3 characters or more. All right, cool. Simple, easy, done. All right. Cool. So what we need to do is we need to do this again. Search trigger. Oh, mix-in. Easier to do it at the search mix-in level. So there's 10 files. So we've got to do this in 10 files. So yeah. Not ideal that this code is repetitive, and the idea of the mix-in is to stop that from happening. However, due to the fact how this sort of worked with the mix-in, it wasn't working, full stop. So this is why we're removing it. I mean, it's just easy just doing this. So, done that, done that. So here, what we've got is essentially the same sort of thing. So we'll paste it in. What we'll actually have a look at is, so search timeout, get search results. Yep, cool. Pretty much the exact same sort of code. You notice that that will be a theme. All right, so now the next one. So, group name model. All right, so we're doing something slightly different here. Oops. Doing something slightly different, but that being said, we can copy this and modify it. So our timeout is search timeout. Condition always true. Typed number and string have no overlap. Search timeout. We actually don't have search timeout in here. Alright, element of PQRS, search timeout. Like so. Easy done. So that removes that particular issue. And then we're clearing the checkout. Great, cool. Done and dusted. And then here what we're doing is return function check group name. All right, done. And that happens after half a second. Cool. Let's move to the next one. This is once again slow going, but hey, we've got to fix all of these up anyway. So, all right, we've done that one. Bang that one out. Bang that one like that. We've got our methods. We've got our mounted. Where's our watch? Oh. Do we not have the search in here? No, we just had the yeah, we just had the search mixin imported but not doing anything. That's fine. Okay, we've got methods, we've got watch. So this is our, yep, we need to get rid of that. And then what we want to do, we've got this. We're just once again just copying, pasting. All right, search timeout. Yep, all right, cool. Search model. Yep, search model greater than 3. And then what we want is get search results. Get search results. All right, we're happy. What the? All right, get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. So we've got our methods, we've got our watch. Once again, we just bang like that. We go over here, 104 to 116. That would be, I think, 13 yanks. 13 yanks, perfectly. All right, so get search results. All right. As you see, a lot of this is pretty sort of sadly repetitive in the fact that we can slot this in very easily. So yeah, that's why we did the mix-in first. Be like, all right, cool, we'll extract this out and it'll be simple code and all that kind of stuff, but it just didn't work. Did not work. Oh, this might be another one. Here we go. All right, this is going to be a more complicated one. So what's actually going to happen is we'll grab this and we'll edit what we need. All right, so search timeout, clear. Yep, all right, cool. Search timeout, timeout. In this sort of case, what we're wanting to do is get organization data. But I think we have some data, search and loading in there. So what we need to get is search and loading placed in there. Like so. Yeah, and I think that's it. So what is that for? Fetch options. Oh, that's for the, yeah, I know what that's for. I want to do an npm run watch. And what I want to do is I want to test this new functionality here. Now the search timeout is not in there. Elemento PQRS. All right, that is, oh, I gotta run debug mode. And this is part of new customer. So what will actually happen if we go into our network tab, let's go new customer. I think it's down here. If we go no, something broke. All right, not a problem. This search model is undefined. This is fine. What we do is we're just undoing what we did. So we just go bang here and bang here. And we start actually reading the code properly. So we've got fetch options. So this no longer will fetch the options. What we want to do is we want to paste in this yank over here, like so, and we want to edit this properly. So return function will be get organization data. So that'll be get organization data, search, and the loading, like so. The search timeout will be the search timeout. Which okay, search will be fetch options, yep. Yeah, we don't have search timeout. Like so. Okay. Stop that. Okay. Gonna hit refresh. This .search model is undefined. We have it defined right here. All right, what I'm going to do, sometimes we just got to do this. And then hope for the best. All right, cool. Gonna hit refresh. under new customer view. That is search model. All right. In this sort of case, it will be organization model. All right. I'm not too late for work. You're late for work. What happened? I did sleep in a few weeks ago. I will admit that. All right. So there you go. That's our issue. This organization length model greater than 3, then we set the timeouts and so forth like that. Okay, wait a few seconds, hit reload, go A, S, B, and then let's go people. Now, just going to reload everything. I'm going to delete this. Didn't send anything. Bit disappointed. Alright, so search trigger. Okay, we've got return function being this organization data. Yep, we're going to search the timeout. This is where I might look in here. So we go down, object timeout. Yep, all right, cool. It does its thing. Down here, object search is undefined. This search undefined object. All right, cool. Now object.search, but it is defined. So we've got search defined. If object search length, object search timeout. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about that. I was passing through those through with the return functionality and stuff like that. Now we should be hitting this. So I'm going to have a quick look at that method. Somewhere. Get organization data. Alright, search and loading. Alright, so this should data send, search. Okay. Starters, let's fix this up. Like so. Alright, sweet. And let's put a console log in here. Got here. Let's hit enter. Wait a few seconds until this. Yep, cool. We're gonna go reload, deleting everything. And yeah, nothing. Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, sucks. Alright. Console log got to the fetch options. Smiley face. I don't think we're getting here. Alright, let's hit... Wait a second or two. Let's hit refresh. I should shut the curtains. Alright. Sucks. so alright, got to fetch the options. Okay, that should... Let's get the length. Oh, it might actually be search length. Now that I think about it. Alright, let's wait, let's hit reload, let's click on this. Oh wait, we've got to hit reload again. Let's click on this. There we go, got here. And then if we remove all of this and we type in NearBeach, boom. Alright, cool. Sorry, I was not sure how this particular thing works, but that's okay. So essentially it uses the search as the data. So that's why it wasn't working. I needed to put search in here. Well, that's all good and dandy. So we have just done this one. All right, cool. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so we've got to watch. Once again, it's just going to be a very simple one. So we just go over here, we yank the 13 lines, we're just going to paste it down here. We're just going to make sure that there's some space. So we've got the search timeout all dandy. We've got the get search results as a return one. And yet that's pretty stock standard. Yeah, a lot of these are very simple. I'm just disappointed that the mix-in just didn't work. All right, clear. All right. Yeah, that's the same setup, and all that kind of stuff. So one thing which you'll notice with NearBeach is I try and be consistent. It's nice. Oh. But that's not the search. Alright, let's have a look for search in here. Fetch options. Alright, so we've got another fetch options. So what we're going to do, we'll conquer that out, comment that out. Alright, so we've got the search timeout. Yep, clear timeout. Cool. We've got that in the thing. Now this is going to be search. And then once that's done, we have the get organization data search and loading. Like so. That's pretty much it. Yes, socks. Sorry, socks wants to be covered. There's nothing in there apart from my stuff. Alright, so we just need to get rid of this. What we need is, let's go to our watched. Ooh, unless this is... It is. Alright, cool. Just bang this over here. We'll grab our 13 lines. We'll paste them in. So, search timeout. Yep, clear timeout. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. What we need is search in here. And then we need to get change lead data, and that will be just search and loading. Like so. Easy done. So yeah, we do have a bit of duplicate code, but yeah, this is what happens sometimes when things won't want to work how you want them to work. So what we need to do, npm run unit test. Actually, I've just realized that I've got to delete the search load in mixin first. So mixins, search mixin. We'll delete. All right. Cool. And we do another one of these. I'm just checking socks isn't doing something nefarious in the cupboard. What are you doing? All right, looks like that is working, which is great news. So all we now need to do is, oh sorry, I see these files. I can delete these files. A lot of this is going upstream now. Alright. Alright, so what we need to do, git checkout NearBeach static. We don't need to do anything with the static files at all. So git add, git commit, removal of the search, mixin. So we need to push set upstream, origin feature, depreciate, search, mixin. I know I'm saying that wrong. Alright, so now that we've done that, so git flow feature finish. We want deprecate, search, mixin. All right, sweet. I didn't need to do the squish because it was only one commit. All right, sweet. That one is done. If we actually go to prod.nearbeach.app, we can move that over. Oh, Elasticsearches. What did I put? Yeah, but that might be one of those things where I can't do it because I'm using multiple databases. But well, supporting multiple databases. That is going in progress. That is actually over there. Audit history of change tasks. I need to actually implement that. Okay, and we need to implement the diagnosis page. So yes. All right. Cool. Just having a look at the bugs right now. So yeah, I don't know why we're not reaching the 403 page. That seems very weird. Because at the moment, considering we're hitting the thing correctly, I'm not too worried about it. That I think I've got to fix. Just need to talk. The object data does not have user permission checking. So this one's currently actually blocked-ish. It's not blocked. It's just going to be a lot of work. And I'm glad that we got the unit tests. So let's go git flow feature re-implementation of permission checks. Oh, wait. I need to feature start. There we go. All right. So what do I mean by that? So if we have a look under our tools, not our tools, sorry, our decorators, we've got check user permissions and check user permission new. A lot of this is sort of the same sort of thing, but simplified. So we end up using quite a lot of functionality over and over and over again. The idea being is I'm not always going to have a destination and location ID. In the vast majority of cases I will. But there's cases where I don't. So for example, new project. I still need to check that user's permission and so forth like that. So what I'm doing is I'm rewriting the permissions with the idea that they become more generic. So that way, when someone comes to be like, all right, cool, I want to do this or something like that, I should state why. So currently at the moment we've got a security issue in the sense that it isn't a major sort of security issue, but we don't have any permissions on the object data. We have the destination location ID. From there, what we want to do is we want to figure out, all right, cool, if the destination is a project, we need to look this up against the project permissions for that particular user and match up any sort of crossover. Now, if you don't know NearBeach's sort of how the permissions work, it is a giant Venn diagram. So the user will have user groups, which are then also connected to user group permissions. All right. So for a particular user, they'll have a one-to-many groups, which will also have a one-to-many permission sets. All right, so that would be called the user group permissions, or UGP. Now you'll have the object group permissions. So a object, if I've run out of space, so an object is a lot simpler. It will have a one-to-many with groups. So what will actually happen is where we've got a crossover of groups here. So groups. All right. So when we're happy that there's this crossover of groups, what we do is underneath it, we get the max values for those attributes. The specific attribute, I should say. Now, the specific attribute, for example, if the person's looking at a project, it will look at the project's permissions. If the permissions are 0, they don't have permissions for that particular object. A lot of this seems really confusing, but it's just math at the end of the day. So all we're doing is we're grabbing, we're comparing what the user's group's permissions are against the, well, in reality, the user's groups and the object groups. If there's no groups with that overlap, user doesn't have permission. Cool, we'll move on. If there is, it goes one step further and it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking at projects. What is the max value of projects for that whole entire list for that user group permissions? And then what actually happens is this spits out a number being like, all right, between 0 and 4. And be like, all right, this is the permission. So yeah. Seems hard in concept, but in reality, it is not that hard. It's just maths. And I'm good at maths. So what we've got to do is with the check user permissions, so with these particular ones, a good example would be the check change task permissions. So it comes through with the decorator. Its request user is super user, automatically gives him a user level of 4 and tells them, yeah, you can use the function, go away, you don't need to do any other stuff here. So what actually happens, so we get the user group results here. If the quarks is greater than 0, then we look through all the change task IDs, we get all the groups that are associated with that, and if the group, if the match, so the group results, so the crossover is 0, we tell them to go away. Otherwise, if it passes all that, this is where we look at that, the max level, and so forth like that, for that particular setting. In this sort of case, request for change. Then if it's greater than the min permission level for that particular task, so for example, if you're creating a new object, you need to have permission that is of number 3. Yeah, number 3. So for those that don't know, 0, no permissions. 1 will be read-only. 2 will be edit. 3 will be create. And 4 will be delete. So essentially, anyway, it goes like this, and it stacks. So for example, the edit can read, the create can edit and read, the delete can create, edit, and read. So I shouldn't say read only. I should just say read. So that's almost like CRUD. That's, yeah, but that's how the permissions are set up. Okay, so this is the old way. The problem is it's been a while. I specifically sat down and said, no, I'm going to actually do this for 031. And the reason being is it's going to need a lot of testing to do that. When this is done, we're going to run through these ones and actually write up a couple of test cases for each of these. So one of them would be, it definitely works. It's an admin user, still has access. The team leader has access, team leader does not have access. And then do like a lesser permissioned, so probably a team member and so forth like that. That way we can unit test this whole thing. And that should give us an extra 5% on our unit tests for the back end, which will be nice. So yeah, this is, oops. Yeah, we just got to remember how we do this. So yeah. Oh, this is so we've got the check. Oh, all right, I started doing this with the checked user permissions new. So we've got check change task permissions. I think. Oh yeah, we pass it through like that. So we've still got the check change pass. Yep. All right. Cool. And then we've got the check user admin permissions, which we didn't touch. Check customer permissions, which we didn't touch. Yeah, we've got object. Yeah, we did a bunch of all of this. Check Kanban board permissions. Yeah, object Kanban board request Kanban card ID. Oh yes. All right, cool. So what's actually happening here is these are the old specific ones. So all the logic around if it passes or not has been extracted out. These are still needed because there's a lot of difference between each of these objects. So for example, new project won't have destination or location ID in it. However, the idea is we're meant to boil this down into its own sort of functionality. So check users organization permissions. That just pulls out the user level. It ignores the passes because a lot of the times it won't be connected to an object or anything like that. Object organization, check user permissions. All right. And then this keeps going. And I'm pretty sure I just needed to write a generic one. So there's our RFC, and there's our RFC. Yeah, so the idea being is we need a generic one which would actually sort of be like, all right, cool, this is an RFC, we need this information and pass through and so forth like that. Yeah. And I think I wanted to test this first before making any other changes. And another thing which I was thinking of is we've got the minimum permission level passing through. we pass through object change task. We pass through the quags and stuff like that. Whether or not we can potentially just have one sort of generic thing hit that. But we're not always got the destination, so it won't be able to find it. So for example, new project. Yeah, it's a bit of a doozy, this one. Okay, go to implementation. So this goes to the implementation of the object change task. It passes through the quags and request itself. From the quags, we determine if we're doing any of that, and then we return back true and use a level, otherwise false and 0. Yeah, and the idea being, if we didn't do that, we would... Yeah. Okay, I'm going to bring up this, and we're going to go Python 3 manage test. We're just going to run the unit tests at the moment. So the unit tests are running through every single sort of... It's just pinging the permissions and so forth like that. We've only really tested out the permissions. We haven't delved deeper into all of the functionality and stuff like that. We will eventually, but not yet. And thank you very much for the follow, Ursid. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Terribly sorry if I don't. I am bad with these names. I can't even say depreciated correctly. Depreciated. Yeah, people know that. Other people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. All right, so that is working. What we're going to do is we're going to do the switcheroo. Not my name, just a name I use for Twitch. Fair enough. Anyway, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. So I'm going to open up another shell. I'm just going to CD into NearBeach decorators. So we should see the files in here. Like so. Oh. Getting everything now. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the check destination.py. I'm going to call it destination old.py. And I'm going to copy the check destination. Actually, no, I didn't want to do that. Not, was it the check? No, I didn't want to move the... Alright, sorry, I moved the wrong file. Check destination. .py. Alright. Clear. I want to move the check user permissions.py to check user permissions old.py. And then we're going to move the check user permissions new. We're going to copy the check user permissions new to the check user permissions.py. Alright, sweet. What was your content? Okay, cool. So what I'm building is an open source project management system built using VueJS and Django. So VueJS for the front end, Django for the back end. The idea being is you can collect some customer data, you can create your own Kanban boards, projects, requirements, so gathering user requirements, tasks, and when you're all done, you can do a request for change. So yeah, just programming. And at the moment, we're going to be testing some new sort of functionality. not new functionality, improvement. I refactored some code. Now I've got to fix it up. So we're getting some errors. We're only getting 3, which is good. So check user permission, line 258 in inner passes, user level. Cannot unpack non-iteral, non-type object. All right, let's have a look into it. Socks. Did you want to get up here? No. All right, cool. My cat doesn't want to get up here. So, line 258. No, not freelance. So this is an open source project that I've been working on for a number of years now. So, yeah. All right, so it's saying this is not working. All right, so we want to go to implementation. And what we want to do... it's raised permission denied. A lot of people don't. Some people do. So, for example, going with Patreon VueJS. So Evan Vue. Well, I call him Evan Vue. I don't know his last name. So he created the framework VueJS. And essentially he's got a Patreon, and that's how he makes his money. Because people will sponsor him to actually continue constructing VueJS. But you got quite a lot of projects out there that have no money whatsoever. Another way of sort of making money. So for example, WordPress itself is open source. However, they can host for you. So that's another way. So if you're doing an open source sort of project and you can host it for people, that is another way of actually making money. Yeah. To both of those. Yes, to people actually supporting through Patreon and GitHub sponsors, and also for stuff like WordPress actually hosting. Another one is Umbraco, which is what I use at work. So this is a CMS, very similar to WordPress, but and it's open source, so you can download the source code. But you have products, clout. You got a bunch of stuff. I don't know where their pricing is. All right, they host for you. There it is, pricing, and that's how they make the money. So you pay X amount per month. They host for you. Some of that money goes towards the costs of actually hosting the product. Others goes towards the development of it. There's also the case of essentially if you've got an open source project and then you create add-ons for it and you charge for the add-ons. But I haven't heard of many projects doing that, and none are coming to the top of my head. So yeah, anyway, welcome. So this is not working because if group length is 0, we're not raising permission denied. What we're actually doing is returning false and 0. So we've got the user level there, and then what we want to do is we want to return true and user level. Why not make a startup from your project? I like the open source community. I want to contribute back to it. So hopefully people start using it and they find it useful for them. All right, running some tests. So yeah. My main hope is that NearBeach becomes more of a community sort of tool, so that people, the community start building up, and then they start submitting into it. Whether that is ideas, funding, bug requests, bug fixes, development of new features, and so forth like that. That's what I would love. So yeah, and one way of doing that is me jumping on Twitch and essentially talking about developing on it. So yeah. All right, so we have passed all our unit tests. So this looks like it's functioning correctly. So the next thing we got to do is we got to figure out how we can get this to run. So if we're up here with an add bug, we need to check destination. So I need to go to that implementation. We've got the object array up here. So yeah. All right, cool. Python call function from variable. Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. Test equals test blah, test blah. Do I need a dictionary? Yeah, you could use the actual function objects themselves as keys rather than the name of the functions. Functions are first-class objects in Python, so it's cleaner and more elegant to use them directly rather than their names. And that might be possible to do. And then all we need to do is call that information and then, yeah, hope for the best. Now, I haven't. So, if I close the new ones, I keep the object views open, check destinations, that's perfectly fine because I'll nick that in a minute. What we want to do is, the thing is, this particular file is getting very cluttered. And we kind of want to shrink a lot of this. The reason being is it just becomes really hard to read this one particular file if we've got everything in it. We also got to think, could we split a lot of this out into separate things? So we've got a bunch of decorators. And then we've got a bunch of functions. Which really should be private. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just thinking out aloud. So one thing we want to do is we're refactoring this particular thing to add more functionality into it. One good thing about refactoring is sometimes you restructure the files and so forth like that, so it makes sense. In this sort of case, with the decorators, let's open up this. So decorators go before functions. They tell whether or not a person can actually access that function. In this sort of case, it's user permission. So what we've got is, ooh, big thick letters. I am just going to reset that canvas. I'm going to pick the thin letters. So we've got check. user permissions. And then a bunch of stuff happens inside that particular thing. And then we've got like check the particular object itself. Because depending on the object depends on the permissions and so forth like that. It's the whole funky thing about NearBeach's permissions. All math, really. The problem is, yeah, certain different objects have slightly different checks and so forth like that. So, for example, if we go to this implementation, we know that, hey, if there's any quags, we check the RFC ID, we get the group results and all that kind of stuff. But if we go to the customers itself, a different thing, you see it's rather slimline because there's different sort of permissions. And then we've got object generic. There you go, object generic 2, which is getting used. And this is check user permissions. And is this being used? So no real complicated reason why I actually chose Django and VueJS. It's rather simple. I wrote a little blog post about it ages ago. If you wanted to read, but the too long didn't read sort of thing is, when I was moving my skills from essentially when I started doing web development years ago, I knew Python. And I was like, all right, cool. I know Python. I'm strong in Python. I know I'll learn Django. And then I just got really good at Django. So when I picked Django for this project, it was because I was good at Django. VueJS, it was because I started working at another place, and they used VueJS, so I was good at VueJS. So that's why I picked it. There's no real reason outside of that. So yeah, a lot of the times my recommendation is, if you're getting into programming, use what you know. So if you're building a big project, use what you know. Because it'll solidify what you know. After a while, if you've been there for a little while and so forth like that, my next recommendation is use another language. And the main reason why I say that is so that you understand multiple different languages. Especially with web dev, there's multiple different stacks and texts and so forth like that. And once you get all used to that, then you could potentially use what is best case. So depending on the project, a lot of the times depends on what sort of stack will work optimally for you. So yeah, you're a Java developer, almost 5 years of experience. Oh, nice. Oh, fair enough. So I don't know if there is. So yeah, if I knew Java, I would literally just type in Java Web Frameworks, and I'll be like, all right, cool. Let's Oh, that's good. Quick start tutorial. And then you would just go through this. So Django had a sort of similar thing where it had a tutorial, and within 10 minutes I was like, this is going to be good enough for my project. My dream is to open my own startup one day and get out of this 9-to-5 prison. Oh, fair enough. I currently work at a startup. They work very differently. So essentially, you know how you got structure at a 9-to-5? Yeah, so currently at the moment, I will do client work, which is the usual 9-to-5 stuff. I am learning .NET unit testing. So a lot of my .NET knowledge came from my C++ days. Once I'm fine with it now, I'm happy working in that sort of environment. What else am I doing? I'm learning Bitbucket pipelines. I handle the Azure Web Apps, and that's deploying code onto them. I break into our VMs because someone's lost their password. So anyway, you end up with a startup doing quite a lot of different work and so forth like that. So you hate unit tests? .NET is very similar to Java. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So yeah, I don't mind .NET. I consider myself a polyglot when it comes to languages. And frameworks. I'm not fussed at all. I understand certain frameworks are better in certain situations. However, a lot of the times you can just get away with, especially if it's something small, you can get away with what you know. So, yeah. But yes, having a startup, that would be an awesome idea. That would actually be an awesome plan and stuff like that. Yeah, I read this book a long time ago, but it comes up with a few really great ideas, which essentially this book made me rewrite NearBeach. All right. So NearBeach was headed in a way where I just was adding too many features. It wasn't really a project management system and stuff like that. And I started reading this book and I was like noticing quite a lot of mistakes I was doing. So I scrapped I should have scrapped 100% of the code. I only scrapped like 95% of the code and started rewriting it. So yeah, highly recommend this book. C# is similar to Java. .NET, on the other hand, is a whole other bag. Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how the whole C# and .NET... What's the difference? I'm a bit confused around this. Alright, I can write better on the pen. Yeah. I don't know the full difference and stuff like that. Usually when I do a project, I MVC, web framework. Socks. Pressing my keys. Sorry, my cat's here. She's pressing the keys on the keyboard. So yeah, we use a lot of Embraco too, which I don't mind. It has its things, but so does WordPress. So yeah, and how are you, Bosphere? Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content as I go through testing this out. I should check user permissions. Alright. From the decorators, check user permissions. Oops. So it does look like I'm using it with a Kanban board link, and we did, I do believe, do a test on this, and it worked perfectly fine. C# is a language, .NET is a framework. Alright, cool. Cheers, thank you very much. HSF. Killmeister. And welcome, welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. And excuse that fluffy tail, that is my cat pacing on my desk at the moment. So yeah. Alright, so we are happy with this. I'm happy that all the unit tests have passed. It has been a while since I've attempted to tackle this again. What we need to do is write more unit tests for the object data and start putting object data in here. But all right, before I do that, this is check user permissions. Object lookup is the Kanban board ID. Object lookup is nothing. All right, cool. So we've got an override for that. So in theory, if we copy this, go to object data, paste it in, get rid of object lookup, like so. We just need to import this in. Check user permissions, that one. We'll get rid of the new and old in the near future. I just want to double check everything. So what we're doing here is we're now adding in permissions for this add bug. And in theory, it should look at the destination and the location ID. So let's add in some unit tests. So we'll minimize everything. We'll open up this. We'll open up the source. No, not the source, sorry. The NearBeach test. Socks, that's not something you can chew on. We want user permissions. We want to test this on multiple. So with our unit tests, essentially a lot of this is very, very repetitive. To get around all of this is we've added in a simple sort of what's called a name tuple in Python. So we've got the URL that we're testing. So in this sort of case, the one which we're just about to add in, it will be add bug. We've got the args that we're passing through. So we'll have a quick check. We've got the destination location ID. So we'll probably do project. And we'll have a look down here. So project 1. Yeah, project 1. That should work. Then we've got the data. I've got to actually check this object data. We do actually have a form. So what we do is we've got to send through a bug form. This is probably the add bug is probably not what we wanted to test tonight. Just because I've got to actually add stuff into the fixtures. So add customer, request destination location ID. This one would work really well. So what we want to do is check user permissions, and then minimum user permissions should be, so add a customer to an object. So this should be a 2. Yeah, Socks. I should be a 2. Thank you, Socks. You just hit the delete key. Alright, so from here, so the minimum permission is level 2. So 2 is that they can edit. So they can definitely add a customer to an object. So for example, they can add a customer to a project. Which if we visually did that in, wait. Definitely don't want to do that in production. So if we've got a project and we scroll down, and we've got the customers tab, we've got nothing in here. They're quite literally doing this. Ooh, we've got a bug. That might be because of what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So if I actually comment that out, hit reload, just to make sure everything's back. There we go. So that's what we're testing for. As you see, we've broken stuff already. So yeah, let's fix it. Let's make sure it's correct. So we've got add customer. We've got the check user permissions. I'm going to close what I don't need at the moment. So this goes to check user permissions. I'm going to put a little flag there. Now, what user am I? I'm team leader. Cool. So we're not... Team leader will go through the permissions. Admin won't. So this is up here. So this is here. So we've got the Kanban equals lookup object. Okay. Now it's blank. So if lookup object equals that, then the quargs is the destination. Oh, this is where I think I hit the problem. Okay. Because I got location ID, I just don't have destination in there. Because it'll be args. But yeah, we don't want that there. Alright, not a problem. It might be something as simple as as us checking out all of the code. So I'm just looking at the structure at the moment. So we've got request destination, request destination. We've got request destinations apart from add admin user. I think this should be extracted out into its own thing. Yeah. That's fine. We will eventually get to that. So request destination. Oh, we've got one that's just a location ID. Oh, that's an internal function. We don't need to worry about that. Bug client list. Okay. That might be a custom permission set. Check. So destination, 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 delete bug, and so forth like that. Those are, ooh. Yeah, Socks, you're right. We need to actually put the permissions on that one. Yeah. So destination location. Oh, that one's internal. We don't need to worry about that one. Internal, all of those ones. So request destination. We've just got request for lead user list, which, yeah, we'll need to do a specific thing for that. Okay. So. Oh, it's almost 10. I better leave soon. Might be one of those things that we just ponder about this for a little longer. So what's actually happening is we don't have quargs. We have the args. Is this a container for login in Python? No. So what I'm doing is I'm creating decorators that checks user permissions. So the user's already logged in, and an ad break just hits you. I am terribly sorry if you've got an ad break or not. That's, yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if you are in the ad break or not. So yeah, I'll wait till it's over and then I'll restart again. So yeah, the joys of ad breaks. So yeah, socks down. Stop trying to ruin my monitor. So what are we trying to do? I could just say args, but I don't want to. Yeah. Okay. Checking permissions, cool. I have no idea about Python. Trying to link some expressions to my main language. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I've been using Python, I don't want to know how long now. For a while. There's still a lot to learn though. Because I just don't use everything. Like pandas. Every now and then I'll pick up pandas. I'll do something with pandas for work. A bit of data crunching or something like that. And then I'll just put it down and forget. So yeah, what I'm doing is I've got to get the destination, which is essentially this object and this. You got the destination and location here and here. But it's passing through as args instead of quags, and I just don't know if that, is correct. And this is probably at the edge of my knowledge, because I just haven't come across having to do this yet. So we might as well just go into Django args quags. I don't even know if I'm actually pronouncing that correctly. Oh, it's a Medium article, isn't it? It's got this. Sure, it's a really good article. I'm just... Yeah. What are quags? I've been going through a tutorial in Django trying to learn the language, and I stumbled on this. I would appreciate if someone could post/point to a simple example that would help me grasp why and how it is used. So based on keyword arguments documentation pointed out at quags allows you to handle named arguments that you have not defined in advance. Alright, cool. And that might be why it's going into args instead of... Yeah. In a function call, keywords must follow positional arguments. All keywords arguments must pass... All the keyword arguments passed must match one of the arguments accepted by the function. E.g., actor is not a valid argument for the parrot function. Okay, cool. This is from DigitalOcean summary. Quags is a dictionary that holds parameters that can be used by first passing through a view function. So we've got that and then that. Yep, cool. Okay, yep. So yeah, the keyword arguments. But what? Not tag shoot, what was the one we were testing out? And those little thuds you're hearing, that's Sox's tail hitting the microphone, and I do apologize. Alright, so we got destination location ID. What if, out of curiosity, I have a feeling this will still stay in args, and I don't think it's ideal at all. Yeah, I know. You'll see the tail go walking by and stuff like that. She likes the pace on my desk. She's been really good today. She actually wasn't on my desk whilst I was working at all today, which is, yeah, not like her. Okay, check user permissions. We got that one down. We're going to re-add this in. Bang. We've got this. So yeah, args. Project comes through as args. Okay. And yeah, don't know why. There's our dictionary. There's our arg, so it's just a tuple. Maybe because that's an int and that's a string. You have 5 cats, all of them like to stay in my desk during my studies time and English class. Aww. So, if you wanted to post them in our Discord, you're more than welcome. We do have a section for pets. So, yeah. Alright, so, Django, why are some variables args and others quargs? Alright, I would like to clarify the following confusion for Python and also Django. I understand that you use args when you're not sure how many non-keyword arguments you have, and you use quargs when you're not sure how many keyword arguments you have. However, I'm having some confusion as to when to write args and quargs and when to say something like keyword, e.g. slug in my views.py in Django and for Python functions in general. Take example, def homepage, request args and quargs, def homepage, request username. Why can't I use login page args and quargs? Wouldn't it be better that I use args and quargs instead of username? Since I won't limit myself to the variables, I agree with that. Why would you use a flexible number of arguments for your function login page? Yep. What are you going to do with those extra parameters if you don't need them? You don't need args and quargs. Not sure why they're used. What's wrong with args, quargs, and even... So, yeah. I think it's rather one is a value and the other is a key value pair. Yeah, I'm leaning on that too. But it would be great if I got destination and then project. If that makes any sense. But I think... Yeah. I don't know what will happen if I delete that. Probably something bad. So I'm going to do it anyway. Let's find out. Yeah, it didn't like it. Oh, it's because I got args there. Alright. Okay, so what we could potentially do, if object lookup is nothing, we could look at the args and the first one. I'm just going to undo that for a second. I just want to see what this structure is like first. Gonna hit refresh. Ah, there we go. All right, customers, add customer. Let's add in Fluffy, Socks Fluffy. All right, here we are. So args would be that. And at 0 would be a string project, which is what we want. I think if you call the inner with destination equals destination, you'll get it as a plug. All right, let's try that. So check user permission. Are you saying like that? Oh no, that won't work. Or are you talking in here? I mean, that will work in this specific case. Or maybe not. Yeah, no. Yep, no. A call, not a definition. All right, cool. Yep, cheers, thank you. Yeah, that's where I'm calling it though. And we don't have unresolved, yeah. Alright. Oh, well, we tried. I'm assuming that's what you wanted me to do. Do correct me if I'm wrong. Otherwise, I could look at just getting that from the args. Calling it one line below. I'm actually calling it as a decorator. So this is the check user permission. As for this is the function. Even if I go equals destination in here, it'll come up with an error, unresolved reference destination. Sadly. All right, args, why is this one? Okay, I am just going to go Python get value from args. Oh, I don't need this. Now that's temporarily. We need to double check that that particular thing is A, not empty, and B is actually an object in NearBeach. Now we've got a list which we can double check that against. It won't be hard to actually code that in. All right, cool. So let's test this out. So I'll just refresh, scroll, go back, refresh. It's just hit the permissions. That's fine. That's the usual stock standard permission. Let's go down customers. Let's add a Socks Fluffy in there. And let's go into here. And let's So destination all of a sudden is a project. That's what we want. But yeah, I understand that this particular case won't be... Yeah, we've got to be careful with this particular case. And it might be a plan to split this out into check user by object, where we key in the object, and then check user by destination. Yeah. Alright, that's returns, and then we should hit play, and then internal server error. Expected value project. Oh, it got here. Whoop. Okay. Where was I? Check user permissions. So we should be doing the object generic. Should we go to that implementation and what it does? Yeah, should be checking the generic, not the specific sort of stuff. Okay. Anyway, I am probably going to call it there tonight. I am tired. I've got to wake up at 6 AM tomorrow. I know I've just broken this, but that's fine. We're playing around with this. We're getting somewhere with it. And yeah, and thank you very much for the follow, Bosphere. I do hope you are enjoying my content. So yes, welcome.